guys and Mustang enthusiasts. I'd like to introduce you to friends over here at Home to Home Canine Orphanage. They're an amazing non-for-profit and have several animals in need. If you feel like you're interested in adoption or even making a simple donation, please follow the link in my video and hit them up. They definitely appreciate it.
What's up, guys? Got some good news. I picked up the timing cover and valve covers. My car's filthy, so don't penalize me for going, Jesus Christ, clean that bitch. This is my daily I take on dogs and shit. So let me show you what they look like, guys. So there's one. Don't fucking talk about how dirty my shit is. Yes, that's a fucking bag from who knows when. And I got that cover down there. So yeah, I got them in. My friend Trey and my friend Denny's gonna come over tonight, and we're gonna try to get this bitch running by Sunday, because Sunday is a clear day, so it'd be nice to at least get one last hurrah out of it before you gotta put it away. So yeah, this will be part of a bigger video, so I'll show you guys as we get this installed and what we do. But yeah, that's pretty much what we got. Talk to you guys later. All right, so I did order all new gaskets for these and those. So if I understand correctly, I think what you have to do is once you get this on here, you have two options. You put your sealant around the bowl hole here and here, like through where the gasket follows, like here, 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 and here, and then up here. Like you can just basically create like a small line around it. It's supposed to, I guess, keep it extra sealed. Or the other thing I've heard some people say, actually do it on this surface here. So I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet. I got a few friends, so I'm going to probably have a consensus of what's the best route to do, but I think probably putting it on the actual block is probably better. I can at least get it all circled up and then put this into place, and then get this all bolted in. So hopefully in the next 20-30 minutes I can take a picture of what it looks like with the timing cover on. So all right, guys, I'll let you guys know more. What's up, guys? So probably you've seen my pictures. I did get the valve covers. I'll go ahead and show you. I kind of started on already. I started the party a little early, but show you what I got going on over here, guys. So this is the one. I just got my gasket here. I gotta have to put that in the car eventually. Probably get to it hopefully tonight. Now prepping this up because I got to get this shit all together. I got the other one here. For you guys who have never removed this section here, this piece goes in like this basically, and it's pressed in. The easiest thing to do is take a screwdriver. You want to set it right about here, so you can see where I got that pointed at while it's pressed in. So it'll be like right about here. And then you just use your old trusty hammer, just kind of just tap it in. Tap it till it pops on out. And then that's pretty much it. But so basically what I'm doing now is I have to take some pieces from my other timing cover, put that in here, and then I have new screws, new hardware, and then we'll go from there. My other two friends should be here soon, so I'm trying to get the garage nice and toasty. The goal tonight is, if possible, the timing cover and the valve covers on this car tonight, and then from there, probably tomorrow, try to get the supercharger brackets and pulleys all on there, and then the radiator. I think that'll be the stopping point today. The next day, and this will probably be Saturday, try to get the spark plugs, get all the fluids changed, and get it fired up. And make sure there's no codes, nothing crazy. And then from there, maybe Sunday, because it's supposed to rain Friday and Saturday. So Sunday, take this for a drive, do a log, send it to Lund, make sure everything is fine. And then from there, hopefully I can take the HBJ here in the next few weeks, get it on Mike's dyno and see what this actually does. I will be using the biggest fucking pulley. It's the size of a small pizza. Lund says 50, or not Lund, Whipple says 15 pounds, so we'll see. But yeah, I'll take you guys through the progress through the night as we do things and get it all done. All right, guys, thanks. All right, so we got this pressed in. I hear you can do this from either side. Like if you have the timing cover on, you can actually pull it out. What I did was I flipped it over. I just used a mallet, basically tapped it in. I used a little bit of engine grease to kind of grease it a little bit to slide it through, but that's really all you got to do. VVTs are now in place, so realistically I just got to drop that in there now. So I bought all new hardware for the bottom here. Once I get that on there, I got some decisions to make. So I actually have the OEM hardware for this, and I bought the ARP stuff. So I'm gonna have my friend come over when he gets here. I'm gonna kind of mock it up and see what we want to do, but I think I'm going to go with the black hardware because it'll match all the Whipple black hardware. So anyway, that's where I'm at. We'll go from there. Thanks, guys. One nice thing about able to Google how to do this directly from Ford is I have instructions. that have shown me the locations to do this fucking correctly. If you guys want this document, just send me a message. I'll get you a link to it and help you guys out. You know, it's all about sharing.